Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to RimWorld Alpha 13. We are actually doing pretty good. Last episode we found ourselves a multi-analyzer. Currently we got a little bit of a solar flare going on, so we can't continue our research. But once we get power again, we can start researching, or we can rather continue our research into crypto sleep caskets, after which we can research all the ship-based components, and we can slowly work our way towards building a ship and getting our people off of this planet. Before that, though, we are probably gonna fend off a couple more raids, so we are doing our best to prepare for that. We did mine this out, so from here on the turrets have a decent reach. I think it's gonna be useful to set up some other things. Oh, hey. This looks like there's a bit of an empty space behind it. That's worth investigating. Worst case, there's gonna be mechanoids in there or something. That's it. We have our defenses in the south. They are set up pretty well, I suspect. Haven't had a proper test since we set up all the machine guns here. In the north, we've replicated it in a small degree, and last episode we saw that enemies are getting pretty smart about breaching through the walls in the space where our guns can't reach. So let's check our guns. Let's see, we've got assault rifle, charge rifle, charge rifle, charge rifle, charge rifle, charge rifle, and a sniper. So Marco, who is very proficient with the sniper, put Marco in here, then Marco should be able to reach relatively far, but I suspect sniper rifles, they only have a range of 45, so I'm gonna say, what is their range? Doesn't denote it, does it? I think it's somewhere closer to 30, so let's see. So this is a range of 31. So yeah, these are also around 30. So the 45 should actually make us reach to the other side there. That's gonna be good. So we still have a severe illness going up here for Dark Eye, who didn't quite make it out after being released. Up here there was a corpse, and there were a couple of dead animals that were tagged for not being picked up. They have been picked up now, so that's good. They are stargazing, okay. So let's have a look. In my notes I have it that Enzo should be focusing on a research. Let's have a look if that's indeed the case. Yeah. If you're not wardening or doctoring, then research is indeed what you're going to do. Oh, expanding our people is good. Dark Eye, that's the person dying up there. That's okay. We are currently drowning in a lot of different types of corpses. There's mechanoids over here that needs to be machined, which of course we do in a machining table. Crafting is not a high enough priority for enough people that we actually got around to it. So let's see, we got Wemmel and we got Artinius, both capable of doing it, but there's also other priorities. So you're smelting slag. Let's see, what if you just tell you to work at a machining table? That works rather well. And of course then you're off sewing. You are a night owl. Okay, that does make sense. And then you're smelting metal from slag. I actually want you to work on that table there. Sigh. Okay. Just keep telling you to do that one. Maybe we're just gonna disable the power on this one for a bit, see what you pick up next. Interesting, so... Smithing is a lower priority. That explains it, of course. Now after you're done hauling, should be okay. Yes, disassembling mechanoids. Okay, so making metal out of slag is crafting. Making metal out of dead mechanoids is machining. We have an area reveal and it was just a small pocket of air up there. Nothing truly scary. Or exciting, for that matter. So what we could do is install turrets in the wall here. Set a bit of crossfire up here. It will prevent enemies from going in. On the other hand, if they're charging them, of course it's going to be hard to defend them. We have the bunkers on the inside to protect breaches, and I think that's going to be good enough for now. Let's see, this is all poor and normal quality, because of course we have our good stuff over here. Actually, we are getting a decent amount of overflow here. Probably should change our quality standards here a little bit. So rather than, because what we want, if they're wearing something that has less than 50% of the hit points, they'll get unhappy because it's just in tatters. The thing is, at first, keeping stuff here that's just gonna make people not complain about that is good. Now that we're overflowing, we can probably filter it. So only keep stuff in here that we would want people to pick up after they are done wearing something to tatters, and then they'll be able to wear it for a while longer. So let's say we're gonna increase this to 70%. So that if they pick this up, we know they have at least 20% remaining before they start complaining about it, and to repair it. Also makes it a bit easier for us to filter out the good things. You can copy settings, but you can't selectively copy only the quality settings, and there's too much specific apparel filtering going on here to copy this in a more automated manner. So we're simply just gonna slide this around. For weapons it's not as important. But on the other hand, the less hit points a weapon has, the more the accuracy seems to degrade. So we're getting rid of the things that have been used quite a bit. Still useful. Currently there's a lot of stuff here that we that's still in a decent shape. It helps. How is this doing? This is the overflow, the wearables overflow. And then this is just for any. Let's see, this is normal priority, this is important. If we just make this preferred. And all the overflow that doesn't fit in here is gonna go in here. And we'll have a, let's call this the, not wardrobe 2, but call this the decent gear overflow. And then we have various other true overflow areas. around it. And of course we have our looted loot pile, which I think still sounds like a funny name. The looted loot pile. There's some normal quality, but of course then it's low in durability. We have a corpse here. Let's turn on our smelter. Also had a look at our vegetarian options, and we are finally low enough that I would say it's useful to consider growing stuff again. We are at one of the last days of fall, so it's gonna get cold outside. Getting our greenhouse heated up is gonna be useful. And we have a pet boomelope here, which for some reason I haven't decided to slaughter yet. We do have a Naomi. Who is actually capable of rescuing, hauling. We don't release them for combat. Ah yes, that was it. We're training the boomelope for combat, so we can send out the boomelope. Would be interesting. Oh, war cry. Release the boomelopes! Malaria for everybody, it seems like. Brandon, Enzo, Marco, and Whammel. Everybody's got malaria all of a sudden. Well, we have enough people that are capable of doctoring that they should patch each other up. Should all be fine. Does mean though that about half of our colony is gonna be taking it easy and therefore being less productive. That's always the downside. I don't think we have the anti-malaria drug. It's some kind of interesting long chemical name. Benzocyclone somethings. It's not here yet. It's in Alpha 16, but it's not in Alpha 13, so we can't do anything against it except for just suffer it. But that's okay. We have plenty of other things to do. Dagnesia is just moving stuff outside. This is all the stuff that we actually can leave outside. And we also have a bit of just a generic overflow over here. Why didn't we expand this? Let's do that. Make this into a full-sized proper storage room. Also, we can add more doors, so we can actually move through if we want. Making the storage rooms slightly less of a death trap in case of bugs. Speaking of, it's been a while since something happened. History tab, if we just zoom it to the last 30 days. It's relatively regular intervals that we have creative things going on. So we're getting there. Ooh, new lovers. Whammel and Brendan. That means we need to give them a bed. Oh, Enzo is now all alone. So maybe if we just say Brandon and Whammel, and Enzo can have this bed. It's an excellent bed. Also, we have decent beds in here. Why did we put multiple beds into the same bedroom? Or we're just building things in advance? So many questions. For now, we're just going to reinstall it into the hospital. Seems as good a place as any. These are all, well, it's a mix of normal and superior beds, so works. We got a couple of good builders on staff, so they really, good beds, they really do help, give everybody some comfort. make them feel a bit happier, prevent breaks. And there's mad animals, so no. Many of the alpacas in the area have been driven insane. Manhunter alpacas. Well, there's a corpse here that we could potentially just incinerate. It's still fresh. And these alpacas are for hunting now. Also, gonna restrict everybody to remain in the base area so they won't stray too far. On top of that, let's enable our internal defenses. We have quite some power going on. So they're gonna trigger the traps, they're gonna get shot. Martinius. You know what? I'm gonna use you as a guinea pig. You're gonna be bait. We can handle a couple of alpacas. And then we can simply unrestrict everybody again. And these alpacas will eventually get hunted. This is just a small attack. Actually, the other day playing with Alpha 16 in one of my just a game playing for fun over the holidays. I had a manhunter boar pack, and there were about 20 of them that charged into my base, and they just massacred everybody. I didn't have any guns in that particular base. I was just setting up sandbags and just manning the defenses myself. Against raiders, that was fine. Against mechanoids, it was fine. But 20 boars, oh boy. They just charged through the traps. Oh, they lost maybe 2 or 3 boars, and then the other 17 just completely massacred the base. It was the end of the colony. So I have respect for manhunters, but I'm also very, very appreciative of all the guns that we have and all the automated defenses, because they pack a punch. Maybe you should hold the alpaca before you rearm the trap. No, just saying. Yeah. So we have a lot of food here. Also, we have a lot of insect stuff. Then we have something about making kibble from, yes, scarabs, spellopedes, mega spiders, and human meat. Yes, so all the stuff that people don't really like to eat, combined with hay, that makes a kibble. And I think we're making infinite kibble. Yeah, we're making infinite kibble. Good. I think it's gonna be time to just tell people to make more infinite kibble. Because there's not a lot of kibble left actually. We do have 2 animals that need to be maintained. We are overflowing in terms of meat. Also, did we ever put a floor in here? I don't think so. This really looks like a dirt floor. Why are we stacking meat on the dirt floor? That seems very unhygienic. We do have quite some. Let's see, go with wood. Like that. Yes. That way at least we'll improve the hygiene of our meat storage and give people something to do on top of that. Half the colony is still in a sick bay, recovering from malaria. Takes a while. But of course, we got good care. Oh, you're immune already. 72% for the other 2. That's good. So, I guess the superior bed versus a normal bed does make a difference. Well, on the other hand, you have a superior bed as well, and okay, there goes that theory. Let's just hope people don't spike themselves accidentally while trying to rearm those traps. I have seen that go wrong too often. And yeah, okay. You just need more malaria treatment. Okay, visit the grave and then you're going to your bed. Going to your bed. Marco, go to your bed. Good, Marco. And we have someone to speak with. Let's have a look. Who was our social wonder? Brendan. Let's have a chat with Narwhal. See what we can sell to them. Do they have boar meat? Well, maybe we can sell some of our excess meat, just to get rid of it. We, for example, have a lot of work meat. Well, they only have 180 silver, so let's see if we can just get rid of some of the smaller stacks. So 26, that's a little bit. And scarab meat, that's only 9, that's okay. And then let's see how much of this we can get rid of for 179. Oh, too much. Oh, seriously. That one piece of silver. Good thing is we're getting some silver and we also get some space in here. Does help us butcher more things. So we're drowning in cloth, which means we could really do with some crafting, but we are also drowning in useful items. Oh wait, it's winter now, right, isn't it? So let's see, we can suspend the making of parkas, suspend this, switch everybody to their winter clothing, so ranged, winter, ranged, winter, ranged, winter. Everybody has ranged winter, which is pretty convenient. Give them some time to change into those parkas and tuques. Not everybody has is gonna get a perfect hat, but they can't all be winners. Do we have a special category somewhere for armor vests? I don't think so. Well, we can, of course, expand the stockpile over here. Pull the stones out. Oh, but this is combat armor, so we got personal shields and armor vest, power armors, things like that. Okay, so the fact that there's nothing in here means we don't have it. Could be that people are already wearing some, because of course those things are universal. We got 2 whole people wearing armored vests. Most people have decent quality weapons at the moment, so that's also good. Let's see. All the traps have been rearmed. We are back in a pretty good spot. Also, during the day we should actually open up the power switch a little bit. Fill up that second battery. Well, we can. We are now draining the electricity a lot more strongly than we were before. Let's double check our power conduits. Okay, so this is our nighttime power generator. We can disable this one. Then at least we won't be feeding lights during the night, because of course the plants They're resting. They can't grow during the night. They only have a certain amount of time during the day in which they can grow. The way we cycled things though, we have some heating and some cooling in here. That's all tied to the same circuit as the lights are. Worked rather well during the day. Now it doesn't really anymore. So I think we should break the cycle over here and then just reconnect it straight through. Might as well just do it like that. Then the connection in here, we can deconstruct it. And then the power over here is going to be just straight hooked out into the main circuit. And that means it's basically gonna be on, even if we are not capable of supplying these sun lamps with power. Though 3 solar generators and a wind turbine should keep this battery topped up quite a bit. But we shall see. It's already happened, that's good. This has been flicked. So that also means that this battery shouldn't be draining at a too scary of a pace. Of course, there's a lot of machinery going on here. Multi-analyzer, it's another draw. Machining table. Filter is off, that helps. Of course, we have quite some heaters that aren't on all either. So what is stronger power right now? Curious mind wants to know. Hey, military commissar named Zima Jones calls you from nearby. She's being chased by pirates from Kangaroo's Ridge. She begs for safety and offers you to join your colony. Biologically, she's 30 years old. So that's on the young side, which means a low chance of physical defects. Be warned, if you accept, you'll have to fight off the pirates on her tail. Well, I think that's gonna be fine, right? Here, please join. Zima, how are you? No injuries, that's good. You can do everything, that's good. You're a masochist, you like pain. That's good, there's plenty of pain here. Claustrophobe, you don't want bionics, that's a problem. And you're a brawler. Okay, so you are going to be a Winter Soldier brawler. You're not a night owl, so we don't have to give you the night owl treatment. Running away, that's good. Soldier, melee. Let's make that melee winter. So, during winter, we don't want to wear dusters or jackets. Parkas are good. Armored vests, power armor, personal shields. Let's see, no cowboy hats, no other military gear is fine. And indeed, it's just poor or better and 50% or better. So that's just... Oh, we actually upped it to normal or better rather than poor or better. So let's adjust it here. Good. So Zima is gonna arm herself. Oh, we of course need to rename Zima. Zima is now gonna be known as Nemesis. Welcome to the colony, Nemesis. And you're unarmed, you're a brawler. So that means we're gonna give you a good melee weapon. If we actually have a melee weapon. I've been really focused on ranged weapons, of course. Shoddy, awful, poor, awful. 4 damage every 2 seconds, that's not good. 3 damage every 1.6. 5 damage every 1.6. That so far this is the least bad one. 4 damage every 2.1. Yeah, the steel shift is going to be our winner. Nemesis, please grab this steel ship. For everybody else, we are gonna spool up our defenses. Nemesis is coming from the north, which means there's gonna be a chance that we'll have to defend ourselves over here. So we're gonna open up this one as well. It's during the day, might as well toggle this one as well. That gets these 2 extra batteries connected with the main power grid, which is gonna help us power the guns. Provide us with a bit more of a boost. Enemies are not going to be approaching from the south, so we can leave those defenses disabled. And I'm going to restrict everybody to the home area. Tinius, what was your plan? We're harvesting. No, you're not. Okay. So this is going to be our first melee. Put a nice bubble around you, get you protected from accidental bullets. Meleers can be useful for distracting enemies, though back here in Alpha 13, melee isn't as useful as it is in later alphas. They are attacking immediately, so let's see what we're up against. Ooh, they are bringing us weapons. That's good. So, John, you got a pistol. You're melee attacking a sandstone wall. That's not good. You got an awful jade shift. Not good damage. Not good damage at all. This is normal. 6 in 1.83. That's might be slightly better than the 5 per 1.66 or something. This is a boatload of enemies. That's the one thing that we can draw as a conclusion. Ooh, uranium shift. They glow in the dark. If you hold them for too long, your hand glows in the dark. Charge rifle, incendiary. Yeah, that's the kind of thing you want to know that's coming. Frag grenades. Okay, so they got basically 2 people in their artillery division. They got, for the rest, about 50-50 mixed between melee and ranged. The chances are they're gonna go by both the left and the right hand side. We are gonna mobilize now. So everybody, get ready. Gonna put everybody in here for now. And then we'll just assign better positions once they file out via the left or the right side. Chances are though they'll be coming from both ends. Yeah, see? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the left. This is going to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 15 people versus, well, our colony is getting, we're up to 8. Nemesis is still arming, so we're leaving Nemesis for now. We got 8 people and we got a whole bunch of guns that also count as people. Marco, you have a sniper rifle. That means you're gonna be here in the middle, shooting down people who are trying to attack our wall. Not going to be here for too long, I suspect. We also don't want to get too much in the way of these guns. Because, well, guns don't really care who they shoot. They just shoot. But we can file around for a bit. Get some initial cover fire going. Let's see, Wemmel, what have you just going to be there protecting, keeping the door open. Similarly, Gopi, put you down there as well. Then we got a bit of a cover firing from multiple angles. Yeah. Okay, so visitors from Sandra and Rodeballo. Naomi is following Artinius into battle. We can't, or Marco into battle. Can't actually trigger Naomi. But what we can do is say you don't have a master right now. and confine you to the livestock pen. First though, Boomalope, you are now restricted to the home area. And that means you're gonna go towards Marco. Or specifically, I think we could better say you're gonna follow Nemesis around, because Nemesis is of course our melee. Okay, gonna force where, okay, we're just gonna, we need to quickly arm Nemesis, so you're just gonna grab this shoddy vest and then one of the poor things there, and then later on we'll get you better stuff. But for now, we are getting boxed in, and I don't like getting boxed in. So it's time to make our retreat. Let's see, put you in the back there. Keep Enzo here for a little bit, because you're the most protected. Okay, now also get out. This was not the smartest things to go through, but for now it works. Doggy is coming, and they are just suiciding on these two turrets here, which is okay. Axe has a little bit of a speed bump. We did manage to take out a couple of them already. The dead one, there's a injured one, there's another dead one. So these two are just gonna die in the explosion here. Gives us a little bit of a chance to retreat. It's all fine. Actually, Marco, what if we tell you to go to where Gopi is? I think that's better. Everybody else, please find yourself a good spot to hide in. Let's see, for Brandon, tell you there. Okay, and now it's also time for Wemmel to move on. Marco is got a good range, but I think this is not gonna be useful, so telling you to go to the middle. Wait for the door to close, yes, and then we're moving forward. If you don't wait for the door to close, then you are gonna kill your own characters by virtue of turrets. And now they are fleeing. Of course they are, because we just got into position. Good job. Actually, let's see, tell Gopi to go there. No, then that's gonna be death. That's gonna be suicide. Tell you to go there, tell you to go there. Then there's no direct path from the turrets to the people. Okay, and then we'll just shoot them. Just shoot them. Let's see, Enzo, you go there. So then you're standing behind Gopi. Otherwise, no, if there's too much space in between, they'll shoot each other. If they're standing next to each other, not likely to happen. Okay, so Marco, you should be able. Oh wait, Ape is a friend. Let's try this. Don't think we're gonna get more of them, but we can try. We can always try. No, we don't have to reach. But I think we fended them off rather well. Just unrestrict everybody again. Let's see, just unbond the Boomalope. Rebond Naomi. And tell them to just be restricted to... Animal outdoors. Yeah, that works rather well. And at least they can eat their stuff, they can walk around, but they can't go in and eat our stuff. Okay, Nemesis, you are no longer forced to wear stuff, so might as well just make you drop them. Then unrecruit you, and we're good. So, This one we can toggle off. This one we can toggle off. We did lose. Oh, we need to rebuild our turrets. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I think we forgot to rebuild the middle one. We have slate blocks for this. Let's see, do it like that. Or was there never? Let's actually do it like this. That way we can walk in and out. Let's walk it on the front side. Okay. We have a bunch of gear to pick up and we have a couple of people to capture. So the corpses, they will get hold over here. Might as well just turn the oven on. So it's a lot of people that actually got injured but not killed. We are gonna get prisoners on our hand, which means potentially a prison riot. That's slightly less good. So, Osborne over here. Let's have a quick look. You lost your left arm. That means it's very unlikely we want to recruit you. Also, you're not really that great. On the other hand, you got decent gear. So I'll tell you to get stripped. And then just drag you in naked. Raffles, you are fixable. So bite scar, old gunshot means you're gonna be in pain for a little bit. You're a gay optimist, that's good. You have a really good stats here, but you're also incapable of dumb labor, carrying, social scary and firefighting. Okay. So you're not a doctor, you're not a warden. You can't haul, you can't clean. And you can't fight fires, but you're a terrific shot. Good in melee. Good at growing and good at artistic research and construction. This is one to keep an eye out for. If this is going to be, say, around 90 or lower in terms of difficulty, then it's good. If this is going to be a 99, then we're just not going to bother. You can't artistic, that's okay, but you're a brawler, psychically sensitive, and a pessimist. So this is gonna be tricky to keep this one happy. Good in melee though. But nothing truly good in terms of things. Also, you got a joy wire in your brain. I suppose that is a good compensation for being a pessimist, but yeah. At least let's just strip all these people and then capture them. We need one more prison bed. So this is now going to be a prison bed. Wait, first make it a prison. Let's make it prison medical. This is a double one. I hope it counts. That's maybe why we had an extra bed there, just for triage. Okay, so let's see, Dagnesia, can you? You're the closest, so you can capture that one. Wait, first you strip them and then you capture them. First you strip them, and Marco here as well. First you strip them. Also, let's release Artinius from duty. Okay, stripped, then we capture. And this way we don't have a prison full of gear that the prisoners will then use to re-equip themselves with. Especially because we're not entirely sure if you want to keep them or not. It depends really on the difficulty of capturing them. Let's see, 93, and this one is armless. So you're gonna get a friendly chat and then we're gonna kick you out next time. I think we're just gonna use herbal meds. Now we have enough of them and our farm is getting back up. That way we slightly reduce the chance of infection. That way if we release the enemy, the chances are they might actually make it to the end of the map before collapsing like we had previously. So, the triage on the other 2 prisoners, and then we're gonna call it an end to the episode. Rough loss. So you're gonna get purple mats, you can get fixed up. Ah yes, we are gonna to look, oh 92, yes, you are gonna recruit you. Chat and recruit. This is, 92 is doable, especially with 2 people trying to persuade them. Let's see, 86, oh yeah, that was the Joywire one, so. This is a friendly chat, this is a friendly chat, but those are gonna get released. The other one we're gonna try to recruit. So now we have 3 people that we're trying to recruit. At some point we will get successful, but for now I think this has been a good place to call it an episode. We managed to fend off a rather large attack, 15 attackers, resulted in 3 prisoners. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dead at least. And a couple that managed to get away. We have had worse attacks, we have had better attacks, but we didn't lose anybody. We gained another person, we now have Nemesis in our base. So I think we're doing pretty darn well. But as always, I'm gonna thank you very much for watching and hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.